Too bad you can't see a blessing, even when it's staring in your face. Hello. Thank you for joining. We will begin shortly. I hope you are doing well. Hope all are well. I am nervous. I'm nervous. Let the ancestors move through myself. I'm encroaching upon new territory within myself. So I'm experiencing a lot of new dimensions of myself, or a lot of new dimensions of God, a lot of new dimensions of you. As myself, you and God have 0 degrees of separation. I'm encroaching on these new experiences within myself, within the oneness of all things. And it strikes up what we would term as fear. But I know that it's me transcending, alchemizing energies within myself in order to embody elevated versions of myself, in order to project realities that mirror the elevated versions of myself. So the nerves are really energies percolating within. I'm going to let the ancestors move through myself. Thank you again for joining me on this live Kingdom Things podcast episode. My name is Ashley, and this is the Kingdom Things podcast on Twitch. If you haven't followed yet, go ahead and stop what you're doing. Head over to Twitch and follow at Kingdom Things podcast on Twitch. I do jump on for live Kingdom Things podcast lectures / sermons / words / joy, typically Sundays, and then whenever I feel motivated and overjoyed to do so, I jump on a live and do live Kingdom Things podcast lectures. It's Kingdom Things podcast on Twitch. This Kingdom Things podcast installment is titled Purgatory. And again, I'm gonna let the ancestors, cosmic earthly ancestors, really move through me, because I have lipstick on my teeth. I'm not really sure. Give me 1 second. Let me just go wipe the lipstick off. I was guided to use a different lipstick, but I didn't. I'm just gonna go wipe it off. Give me 1 second, because it's gonna irk part of me, and then I'm not gonna ignore it anymore. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna wipe the lipstick off. Give me 1 second. I was guided to go lipstick less. I was guided to go on with no lipstick, but I was like, not listening to myself, because that would not have happened. But today's installment is titled Purgatory. Cosmic earthly ancestors move through myself. Move through the vessel that is Ashley Nicole Phillips. I'm going to start with a story. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm encroaching on new dimensions of myself, new dimensions of you, new dimensions of the oneness of all things of God. Like we know, I'm going to get into the higher wisdom, understanding, higher consciousness, understanding that I'm aligned with. Our reality is but a dream. So when we go to sleep and we have dreams, that is a realm, a dimensionality, an aspect of creation. Just as when we are in our waking state and we're living our lives, that is another realm, aspect, dimension of creation. I was in a deep sleep, intrinsic sleep, dreaming, or having another experience within the dimensionality of creation or within God. And it was like really, really cool. And I was excited. I was like, I want to share this with somebody. I want to share this with somebody. But God, myself was like, just chill, calm down, like chill. I was like, okay, I'm gonna chill. I get to share it now, which I'm excited. So I was in a deep intrinsic sleep, having another experience within the dimensionality of God or the oneness of all creation. And I was in a realm of creation that was a creation of a man that I had never met before. But he was pleasant in his own right. He was pleasant. He was real cool. He was real sweet. He was real cool, right? Like it was me and like I'm being guided to say his minions. It was myself and his minions. So it was like people with clipboards astutely writing down everything that he said, and he was standing up and he was like explaining his creation, explaining his reality being his creation. He was explaining his creation, and his minions were there with their clipboards. They were regular people. Like they had, I remember one woman and a man, the people, they had like a very professional attire. You could tell it was a strict dress code at work. They had a strict work dress code. They were dressed in gray suits. Like gray suits. They were cute. I'm not gonna lie. It was like gray suits and like white blouses, white dress shirts for the men, white blouses for the women. Hair nicely, hair. It was a dress code. Like it was business professional dress code. They were sitting there with their clipboards, and he was standing. It was his house. It was in his home. His home was not regular by any means. His home, I'm being guided to say, was a capsule. So it was like a capsule, but it's like clear, like the walls are clear, see-through. It's like a capsule. He was standing there, and behind him, outside of his home, outside of the clear capsule wall, it was like a rainforest. It was like forestry. It's a bunch of greenery. There was like a gorilla there. There was a gorilla outside just like, doing his thing. Beautiful tropical flowers. It was dew on the window, like wetness. He was an eccentric man, is how we would perceive it. He's eccentric, and you can tell he is well off because he lives how he wants to live. His home is a capsule. There's a gorilla standing outside of the wall of his home that's see-through. He has his minions, as he wants me to call them, as I'm being guided to call them, with a clipboard, writing down his every thought. And he was explaining his creation or his reality. And the way he set up his creation, his reality, was for, being guided to say, he had the codes. What are the codes, Ashley? He understood how reality worked. So this eccentric man that lives in a capsule with a clear edifice, gorilla outside of the wall of the home, shrubbery, tropical flowers. You can tell he's well off. He has the codes to his reality. So what can he do, Ashley? He can shape his reality at his will. What did he choose to do, Ashley? He chose to create a reality in which the other people of his reality were brainwashed, mind controlled, to believe that they were under the thumb of a force of an energy external to themselves, and this force, this energy external to themselves, were their enemy, were their perpetrators, were their predator. So much so that these people of his reality gave their energy away to the perpetrator, to the predator, to the enemy, and this eccentric man siphoned this energy to create his reality of a capsule home. The edifice is clear, see-through, gorilla, tropical animals, exotic animals. in the view from his living room. And I was sitting there observing. He was explaining how, you know, they don't know. Like I take their energy, and this is how I created this, and this is how I did this, and he was so excited about it, and he was so enthused about it, and I was sitting there like I wasn't judging. I wasn't judging. I was like, I was an observer. No judgment. I was an observer. I was an observer. He also, when I was observing this scene, I didn't have any emotion. I felt the energy of his excitement. He had a bunch of cool things to do within his reality. One of them being flying. So we flew. You know, whenever you're doing an interview or you're being asked questions like, if you had any superpower, what would it be? A lot of times we want to fly. I want to be able to fly. That's like a top tier superpower that we think of. I want to be able to fly. And that's the excitement that I felt when I was flying with this eccentric man and one of his minions through like a canyon. We were flying and we were excited. It was like joyful. We're on a ride. Like he was showing off, you know, his reality. I woke up from this dream, this other dimension aspect of creation, and I was like, whoa, because that realism, like, I felt that. I felt it. I was like, whoa. I woke up and I was pondering on it. I was like, I gotta tell somebody about this. My guys, my other dimensions and aspects of myself were like, just calm down. And I just tucked it away. And I was introspecting on it throughout the day. And he was a mirror to myself. This man was actually a mirror to humans. The old human consciousness, separation consciousness. Why, Ashley, we create this reality where we perpetuate the predator and prey narrative. Why, Ashley, being the hero is fun. In order to be a hero, you have to have a villain. In order to have a protagonist, you have to have an antagonist. You feel like in order to be in the main role, the starring role, there has to be an enemy, an antagonist, a predator coming for my spot, coming after me. We indulge in victim consciousness as a human being of planet Earth. We indulge in separation consciousness as a human being of planet Earth. Separation consciousness being the ideology that any dimension and aspect of our reality is separate from ourselves. So this eccentric man, I was like damn, like he chose this. I had the understanding he chose this for his reality. He had choices to make and he chose this. Like he chose to have like everyone in his reality be a slave to him. Whoa. And I understood that everything that I perceived is only a mirror to myself. So I was like, hold up, let me step back into myself and see what I got going on the internal. So I was like, I'm not gonna harp on my man. I'm not gonna judge my man in the dream, the eccentric man in the dream. I'm not gonna do that. Let me step back into myself and see what this experience was trying to teach me about myself. About humanism. As a human being of planet Earth, we share one consciousness. And that is so hard to grasp, to entertain, to practice the understanding of. Why, Ashley? Because our personas that we created, our personal identities feel lost. Like, what do you mean we're all one? So I'm built on being the victim, or I'm built on being the villain, or I'm built on being the hero. How can I be the victim? How can I be the hero? How can I be the victim or the villain if we're all one? We share one consciousness. Sigil. Cosmic earthly ancestor says sigil. And when I looked up the definition, it meant to laugh. I was like, that is flipping funny. What did you perceive, Ashley? I perceive that we create these and perpetuate these cycles in which we're truly only cycling within ourselves, these energies within ourselves. But we perceive that there's an energy coming external from ourselves to spite us somehow. When in all actuality, all of these energies are within ourselves. So my guy said sigil, just laugh it off. You mean I spent the last 28 years like throwing hands with myself? Yes, Ashley. You spent the last 29 years fighting with yourself. But we're always where we're supposed to be. We're always who we're supposed to be. I wasn't fighting in vain because the fight assisted me with elevating to new dimensions of myself. So we incarnate with these energies that say we have enemies. We have these energies within us that we project externally, i.e. the old human consciousness, separation consciousness. We project what we have going on in here to our external realities, but we have separation consciousness, so separation from illusionary separation from our higher wisdom understanding of reality. So we believe that our external reality is just disjointed or separate from ourselves, when in all actuality we are projectors. We project our realities into our reality. Give me 1 second. It's enticing. Purgatory. Purgatory, purgatory. We've been living in hell. We created this. We created this. We created this, and we're addicted to it. We're addicted to hell. We're addicted to the villain. We're addicted to being the hero. We're addicted. We're addicted to spite. Not knowing that we're only spiting ourselves. As we spend our energy projecting and blaming and pointing fingers, spiting others, we're not giving ourselves the opportunity to learn the lessons that we came here to learn. And learn lessons in order to create realities that reflect the wisdom that we garner from these lessons that we learn. I kind of want to capsule home now too. What did you glean from the eccentric man, Ashley? I gleaned that he was hurt on the inside. Why, Ashley? We incarnate into our reality with energies that we embody, that project our reality in order to learn and glean and grow from the energies that we embody to project our reality in order to elevate into new embodiments of self. The meek are to inherit the earth, as told by our chosen one, biblical rhetoric. If the meek inherited the earth at this point, we would turn the earth into hell 2.0. Why, Ashley? Because the meek are hurt. You're only meek because you're hurting inside. You're only meek because you're stunted within the consciousness, within the energies of when you had your first heartbreak. When you had your first heartbreak, you began to project enemies into your reality, not understanding that that hurt that caused you to project the ideology of enemy into your reality in order for you not to be hurt once more. Was only you perpetuating the notion for survival, the notion for needing to be protected from an entity, a person, a being whom may want to cause you harm. We incarnate into our realities. We take on energies. Jewish tradition, Hebrew, we call them tikkuns. I said we call them tikkuns. Tikkuns being energies that we came here to transcend. But even the way that we filter our understandings, the way we filter our understandings of a tikkun is like a punishment or something to be ashamed of, or in order to elevate, you have to understand that that in which you're transcending is not that in which is something to be resentful, spiteful, regretful, shameful, guilty, jealous, rageful, angry about. Those energies in that reality that you had when you were hurting were your ultimate playground and training and evolutionary cycle. In that ultimate playground, evolutionary cycle of self, we project the energies and we create enemies, we create demons, we create devils, we create people that are less than. People that we judge, people that we condemn. Why, Ashley? Because we lost our understanding and not even that we lost our understanding, we became addicted to the game. We became addicted to the game. We became addicted to the game. God switched the tape a long time ago. God flipped the script a long time ago. God beamed down, birthed into this reality, children, people with high vibrational energies, with understanding, with wisdom, that all is one, with wisdom, that our realities are only a projection of the energies that we embody inside, with wisdom of the understanding that there are no limitations to who we can be. There are no limitations of what our reality can look like. God flipped the switch a long time ago, but we became addicted to the game. Proclivity. We're created as creator beings to be in cycles in order for elevation. Give me a second, because there are some really high vibrational energies moving through me right now. So much so that we created hell. And I was able to perceive this because I was shown this, like I came in like super observative. I came in super observative. Like there was an aspect of me that knew the assignment the whole time, that never lost and forgot the assignment. There was an aspect of me taking notes like a minion the whole time. Like, what did you do with the notes, Ashley? I created a character. Unconsciously / consciously, that would be safe in this reality. What is that character, Ashley? The victim, the damsel in distress, the person whose elevation is stunted by entities external to yourself. You know, I didn't do this because that person said this and this person did that. I'm not who I want to be because that person did that and this person. They're up there, but they shouldn't be because they're not me. They're not that. We are all here to create our own realities. There are no limitations to resources, to the realities in which we can create. The victim consciousness is heavy in this collective. The victim consciousness is heavy in this collective. The victim consciousness is heavy in the human collective. So much so that it was hard to break through it. It was hard to break through it. It's hard to break through it. Why, Ashley? In order to elevate, you have to go through it. You have to experience it. You have to see it. You have to be able to perceive why this element, dimension, this aspect of yourself is no longer needed in order to stop operating through that dimension, aspect, element of yourself. We live in a fucking reality where people are truly clueless to the fact that there is not a dimension within this reality that isn't of your making. There is not a dimension in this reality that isn't of your making. There is not a dimension in this reality that isn't of your making. What does that mean, Ashley? There is no reason why our reality is to have war. There is no reason as to why our reality is to have disease. There's no reason as to why our reality is to have death. There's no reason as to why we should have children that are harmed when they're children. There are no reason as to why we should have famine in our reality. But we're addicted to blaming others as to why we can't be at peace within ourselves in order to elevate into a higher conscious awareness, in order to channel solutions for the proclivity and dysfunction in our reality. I have a couple of downloads that I received today that I'm going to read and channel what comes through. I'm feeling very I'm feeling away, and I know this is because I'm transforming on the inside, so I'm gonna be happy about it, because I know on the other side of this elusiveness is a more expanded version of myself, therefore a more expanded human consciousness, therefore a more expanded reality, therefore an uplifted and better creation called God. So let me go ahead and read my downloads. Again, follow Kingdom Things Podcast on YouTube as well as Spotify. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips on YouTube as well as Spotify. We're grounding heaven on earth. Heaven on earth already is. We Twin flames are grounding unconditional love through union within. Through union within, through union within. Union within looks like being healed of past hurt in order to perceive self. Twin, all of the oneness of everything clearer. We're going to be able to be in unconditional love unwaveringly. Doesn't mean we won't face challenges. This means we understand and are able to perceive the challenges and hurt are for growth and creation of a more elevated embodiment of self. In turn, a more aligned human nature, a humanity aligned with high wisdom, God, Goddess consciousness. Being guided to channel some information on this download. So I'm a twin. Which is so funny because when I was in high school, there was a whole phase when people were like, hey twin, to their friends. And I'll be like a little demon in the corner, like, I hate that shit. Oh, I hate it. I've been a little demon in the corner, like really triggered by that. Only because, you're triggered by the things that are really closest to you. I have a twin, so a quantum twin, a quantumly entangled twin. So twin flames, divine counterparts, were grounding heaven on earth. Why twin flames? Why divine counterparts, Ashley? I don't know. In order to come into union with this divine counterpart, with this twin flame, with this high-level soulmate, with this divine counterpart, you have to come into balance internally within. Balance your yin and yang. Balance your divine masculine, divine feminine. Balance your upper chakras with your lower chakras, which is something that I downloaded today. I was like, oh, you sure right. You sure right. Because I've been really living in my upper chakras like my whole life, because that's where like my imagination is. That's where my creation is, creativity. So I download, talk to God, my ancestors. So like, that was a part of like the character that I created. The damsel in distress. Like I can't take care of myself. And like, so what did I do? I manipulated my reality out of alignment with my truth in order to sustain, like in order to survive. We're no longer in the business for surviving. So we're manifesting heaven on earth. Heaven on earth already is. The thing is, we can't perceive it because we've been in survival consciousness, or manipulating our truth, being out of alignment with our truth in order to survive. Twin flames, we have to come into a balance internally. Our divine feminine energy, our divine masculine energy has to be balanced internal. Our yin and yang, our higher chakras with our lower chakras got to be activated and spinning, both in each twin. Our darkness and our light, we have to, balance within yin and yang. In order to come into internal balance, in order to come online, and activate our DNA, in order to up level into the 44% DNA proficiency, or the perfect human being, as God calls it, or human being 2.0. What is human being 2.0, Ashley? We're no longer codependent on external forces. We're no longer codependent on external forces. We come into the divine alignment and the understanding that everything that we could ever need is within. As we're able to activate the energies within to manifest to external needs, wants, desires externally. What I was doing is I was operating from my top chakras, because I was like shunning my masculine energy within. So I couldn't really balance my masculine. Your lower chakras, your solar plexus, sacral, root chakras, those are your earth chakras. And God gave man, human, dominion over the earth chakra. If we're shunning our humanism, if we're saying, I hate humans, I hate planet Earth, our solar plexus, our sacral, our root chakras are going to be out of balance, because we're denying parts of ourself. Our humanism is dimensions of our beingness. So that's something I'm super excited about, that coming online to that realization. You're always where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be it. I understand that my lower chakras, like I was kind of pushed to run upward to I was pushed to run upward to my God Goddess essence, and now I'm stabilizing my God Goddess essence with balancing out my earth chakras, sacral, solar plexus, and root chakra. So that's really exciting. So as well as the your counterpart is to balance out their solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, star chakra, crown chakra. So when the twins come online, we get it going to, we're going to activating DNA. 44% DNA proficiency is activated, but like the other dimensions and aspects of ourselves that have higher conscious awareness or our God essence, goddess essence, slow walks the process of aligning us with the 44%. Because if it was like real quick, just a jerk alignment, like we would go into psychosis. So it's a slow walk journey. The twins are lighting the way as we come online to higher proficiency DNA activity, 44%, and we act out of our 44% and 44% DNA efficiency, our balanced chakras, balanced internally. We remember the tools how to come back into equilibrium when we are polarized into our darkness or polarized into our light. As we experience this dualistic reality, you know, you're polarized into different parts of yourself, but with the higher proficiency DNA activity, higher consciousness awareness, our goddess alignment, we remember the tools. We have the quantum tools to snap back into equilibrium, which is really, really cool, and it's beautiful. Quickly, snap back into equilibrium quickly. So the twins are, you know, coming into equilibrium within, activating, coming online within, to remember that, you know, humans, we are gods and goddesses having human experiences within the creation called God, within this realm of creation called planet Earth. So the twins are anchoring in the higher consciousness, the light, the unconditional love to seed within this planet. I'm getting a picture. It's much like the Matrix, the latest Matrix movie. It's much like that. It's much like that. It's much like that. It's much like that. As we are to utilize the energies that we channel, utilize the higher consciousness awareness, utilize the implementations or creations that we're guided to create within this reality to uplift all of humanity, all of planet Earth. Now, if we just imagine if we were able to come online being hurt, still having that pain inside, still acting out of survival consciousness, still acting out of he's the enemy, she's the enemy, they're coming for me. Imagine if we were able to come into our God consciousness, we will be the eccentric man that created everyone to be our slaves. Sound familiar? We can't do that. We can't do that. There's no way to do it, which is really cool. My guys are like, there's no way to do it, so you're good, which is great because I don't want to do it anyway. Like, I made that choice. Like, when I seen that, I saw it. When I saw that, I got out of my dream that day, and I was putting the pieces together, and I was introspecting throughout my day. I was like, that man's my mirror. What is he trying to teach me about myself? I was like, okay, he's hurt. Okay. And it was like he took me flying and stuff. It was like his inner child was bruised, like hurt. Why, Ashley? Because we come in with these energies, these cocoons that we embody, with all of these dark energies that we're supposed to elevate and learn from. But what we do is we take that on as our identity, the cocoons energies. We take those on as our identities. The dark energies. We take those on as our identities. We either become the victim or the villain, and then we create predators or prey external to ourselves. And that's what the eccentric man did. Which, you know, shouts out to him, you know, because he plays a role in our reality, because in creation, because I was able to glean like, oh shit, like, and he wants me to say that He wants to learn. He wants to learn to not hurt, to come into alignment, to grow and better himself. I got that download a while ago after I made the choice not to go that route. I made the choice not to go that route. And I got the download. He was like, oh, holy. All is one. All is one. So he was able to glean from my energy and learn from my energy and the choice that I made. As we're supposed to learn from, you know, the energy and the choices of life and other people's decisions and choices. He was able to learn, and he wants to learn to love himself. So we're to, like, what if we were able to turn on, activate, have our powers, we were able to glean different dimensions and aspects of God, astral travel, teleport, control reality, manipulate reality at our will, and we're hurt, and we're the villain or we're the victim. We would only perpetuate a reality with villains and victims, or we would only perpetuate hell 2.0, because this energy that we're receiving is much more potent than the energies we were creating before in past humanism. So we would create hell 2.0. We have to come into internal balance, go within and meet ourselves, go into the darkness, the elusive dimensions of ourselves that we took on as our identities, so much so that we can't see that they're just energies to be learned from, gleaned from, to transcend, to grow into greater dimensions of ourselves, to learn from. So twins are coming online. Twins are coming online. Twins are coming online. And we're going to be being unconditional love. We are being unconditional love in order to uplift the consciousness of the human being of planet Earth out of purgatory, out of victim consciousness, out of predator-prey consciousness. Which I'm excited about. I'm going to go ahead and read my other download. We play out energies. Let me breathe. Give me 1 second. We play out energies that we hold inside and incarnated with to alchemize into more pleasurable embodiments and experiences. What we've done in our separation consciousness, humanism, old humanism, we identify the people in which we play out these energies with as the energies due to pain. Not truly forgiving or transcending old energetic embodiments of self. If we truly heal, we will be able to not only identify self as the love of the Most High, but we will see God, big G, in everyone. I'm being guided to read this part again. What we've done in our separation consciousness, humanism, old humanism, we identify the people in which we play out these energies with, our cocoons that we embody. We identify the people in our realities in which we play out these energies with, that we're supposed to work out these energies with. 12 tribes of Israel. What did the 12 tribes of Israel do? Ashley, what's your understanding of the 12 tribes of Israel? God showed me that the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes are supposed to stay, work it out, and learn from each other. Yes, we fight. Yes, we dispute. Yes, we have differences, but we're supposed to stay and learn and grow with each other. What did the 12 tribes of Israel do? Actually, they ran from themselves, as they were only mirroring dimensions and aspects of themselves that they were to utilize to grow and expand and elevate their consciousness, elevate their society, elevate their tribes. But what do, Ashley? We project the energies that we incarnate into this realm of reality with. These energies that we play out with these people in our realities, project onto these people within our realities in order to learn and glean within our life. We say we healed. We say we've grown. We say we've moved on. But we look back and see that person that we played out this play with, we played out this scene with, in order to identify and learn and glean from these energies. And we still see that person as the enemy. We still see that person as the predator. What does that mean, Ashley? We're still hurting. We're still in pain. We haven't truly transcended or forgiven the energies in which we came here to learn from, to grow from, to utilize, to alchemize higher vibrational understandings of reality, higher vibrational understandings of self, higher vibrational understandings of God, ourselves, God, reality, and all actuality have 0 degrees of separation. We play out energies that we hold inside and incarnated with to alchemize into more pleasurable embodiments and experiences. What we've done in our separation consciousness, old humanism, we identify the people in which we play out these energies with as the energies due to pain. Not truly forgiving or transcending old energetic embodiments of self. If we truly heal, we will be able to not only identify self as the love of the Most High, but we will see God, Big G, in everyone, X's, like we are petty. Why, Ashley? Because we're still hurting. We didn't learn from what that person was coming to, we had a class for this person and we were both in class. We were both learning something. So why condemn this person? Why condemn the X? Why be mad at the X? The X was in the classroom just like you were. Your parents were in the classroom just like you were. Your teachers were in the classroom just like you were. Your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your aunt, your uncle, your neighbors are in the classroom just like you are. Why condemn them? Karmic retribution, what is that? What is that? That is what the human being created. If karmic retribution, karma was playing as God intended, when karma came back around, this person that you were in this karma, when you sent the energy back to them, this person will receive high vibrational understandings of what you guys created together. If karma was working as God, the Most High Creator, intended for karma to work as, you would look at this person and say, oh, we were in this classroom learning this. Good looking, bro. Good looking, sis. Thank you so much for teaching me. You send that energy back to them to catch it, and then they get the downloads like, oh, I'm thinking about so-and-so for some reason. I'm thinking about Ashley for some reason. I remember we did this. And they get the downloads as to why y'all came into union, what y'all's interaction was supposed to teach y'all. But what do y'all do instead? I can't stand them. Ew, what was I thinking? I would never again. They better not come back to me. They catch that energy and they receive it as anger, resentment, or sadness, or jealousy, low vibrational energies. We're here. We're here. We are no longer hiding. Who is we? God. God is the oneness of all things. God is the oneness of all things. Earthly, cosmic ancestors, the Most High White Light Creator energy, and every dimension and aspect of the Most High White Light Creator energy is here. Heaven on earth is active, has always been active. So as we perceive things, dimensions, and our realities that seem out of alignment with who we want to be, it's only yourself or other dimensions and aspects of yourself showing you what you have to learn more about yourself in order to come into alignment with what you want. As well as when you see things in your reality that you want, instead of throwing energies of jealousy or envy or hate, that's the universe saying, was this what you were talking about? This is what you wanted? That's the car you wanted, right? That's what you were talking about. And then if you give it good vibes, good energy, it's going to end up in your driveway very soon. But that house, this house you were talking about? Oh, this your husband? That's the relationship you talk. That's what you wanted. You wanted a kid, right? But what do we do instead? We hate and we envy each other. When all actuality, it's like a catalog. Like it's a catalog. God, the universe, all creation, our earthly cosmic ancestors. Like ancestors are asking, "This is what you want? Something like this? Is that what you want?" But what do? We throw hate, envy, jealousy. Instead of being like, oh yeah, that's cool. That was what I was talking about. But if we kind of tweak it, like I like that, but I like we got, What do? We hate on each other. We condemn each other. We judge each other. All the while, this is a big ass catalog of experience, energies, and unlimited possibilities. My exes, your exes, we're in a classroom together. Thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for the growth. Thank you. I wish nothing but the best for you. family. Like, thank you for being in the trenches with me. Thank you for going through the trenches with me. We made it out alive. Ancestors, thank you for all of your contributions. Thank you for all of your sacrifices. Thank you for all of your love, upholding me, being my vertebrae. When I felt so nimble. Thank you for every dimension and creation. Seen and unseen, felt and unfelt, heard and unheard. I want to thank you so much, you who are watching live, as well as anyone who will watch this Kingdom Things podcast at a later date. Again, my name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. I am the host of Kingdom Things podcast. I'm also a dimension and aspect of creation with the liberation to show up as I please, as I feel to, as I artistically, God, Goddess, divinely guided to, just like you. As I am a God, Goddess with an experience just like you. As I am chosen just like you. Because you're creation. If you're created, you are fucking chosen. Okay? If you are in creation, you are chosen. God creates nothing without deep introspection, deep craftsmanship. That's my dog. Like, craftsmanship, I'm for that. God creates nothing without deep introspection, deep craftsmanship, deep purpose. If you are in creation, you are fucking chosen. Love on yourself and know that. Impossible isn't impossible at all. I'm also an author. My literature, The Story of Asya series, is available to listen to audiobook style on the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Kingdom Things podcast on YouTube. Coming on The Story of Asya is also available for purchase in the Amazon bookstore. Again, that's Coming on The Story of Asya. What else? I'm a singer-songwriter, which I love. It's near and dear to my heart. Working on getting that into further alignment with my new embodiment of self. And the reason why I say that is because music, the consciousness, human consciousness with music, is drenched with energies of depravity. Because you grow up watching, like, at least myself, I grew up watching music videos and things like that, like 106 in Park, BET, MTV. You watch these music videos and you're like, damn, like, I want to live like that. I want to love like that, Like Tammy and Fabulous. That song, that music video, I was like, I want to love like that. Like, I want to live like that. So the music industry, like music consciousness as a human being on planet Earth, is drenched with energies of depravity because, and I'm able to feel this because when I get into my music bag, it's like I feel like the starving artist. I feel like the underdog. I feel like I'm fighting for something. I'm like, I just want to create music. But that consciousness energy, the music, the music consciousness of planet Earth is drenched with like self-loathing, depravity. So like you feel like you're going to get something. I'm trying to get that. I'm getting that into alignment where I'm just creating because I love it, and I'm not seeking for anyone to validate my music, seeking for anyone to validate me. But it's just me imprinting, my energetic embodiment onto this reality and allowing, crops to grow, flourish for whomever enjoys it, the energy. That's something that I gleaned earlier, which is really cool. Like whenever I do things, like I can feel the energy of how the human collective perceives it, which is really, really cool. At the same time, it's like, it's work. It's work because I have to kind of get my elbows and legs in the mud and kind of like get through it in order to get that aspect of myself into alignment with higher consciousness, with oneness consciousness, with the understanding that everything is inside. So my music, Ashley Nicole Music, is available to stream. Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love on yourself the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because in all actuality, you are love. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because Love is the understanding that every dimension and aspect of yourself is purposeful. Love is the understanding of that every dimension and aspect of your life is purposeful. When we come into this understanding, this alignment, our ups and downs are purposeful. Like, every day's a fairy tale. Again, my name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. Thank you so much for watching Coming In Live. Again, Kingdom Things Podcast on Twitch. Follow Kingdom Things Podcast on the socials. To join the journey of a higher consciousness, activated human being of planet Earth. Superheroes without the need for the cape, because we just live in our lives, creating our greatest realities within and of ourselves. No enemies, no villains. Bye.
Too bad you can't see a blessing, even when it's staring you in your face.